Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's pick a card reading is going to be all about your career and your finances. In today's video, I am aiming to find out what your potential is, and that is possibly and hopefully going to help you either pick a career if you're feeling a little bit lost right now, or it's just going to give you confirmation. I'm also aiming to find out what your finances would look like. So for today's reading, I have 3 groups prepared for you guys. There's group number 1 with the lapis lazuli heart, group number 2 with the green aventurine heart, and group number 3 with the opalite heart crystal. What I want you all to do is just take as much time as you possibly need to pick either one or multiple of these groups, and then go down into the description box and click on the timestamp that correlates to your group's reading, which means that if you've chosen group number 3, you don't have to watch the whole video, you can just skip to your reading. Hi group 1, if you chose the lapis lazuli heart crystal, then this is going to be your reading. Now starting off with tarot, we have the 5 of wands, the wheel of fortune, and the 8 of swords. Now these represent your possible sort of career options. These represent your abilities, your potential that you probably weren't aware of. Something that I can see immediately for you guys is that you would do really well in a career where you have to deal with conflict resolution. So possible career options for you are either a lawyer, a therapist, an activist of some sort. For some of you, I'm also getting like a trainer, someone who's into boxing, like a boxing trainer, or a sport that requires a lot of physical contact. You could be like a trainer, you could be very athletic as well, but that is just something that I'm getting for a very few of you. For most of you, I do feel like you are supposed to be helping mediate a conflict, whether it is external or internal, which is why I think you would do quite well either as a therapist or a counselor, or even a lawyer or an activist. With the wheel of fortune, something else that I'm getting is that your career would help people almost transform, kind of flip their life 180, which is also why I was getting that trainer vibe here. So like training people to lose weight or get into shape while doing like physical activities that are a bit more aggressive, or that are a bit more high intensity, is what I can see right here. I'm gonna add 2 more cards for you guys. We have creation and joy. Something that I see in these 2 cards here is that you help people create and manifest a reality that they never thought was possible, which is why I feel like if you are a therapist, I do feel like you would help people sort of deal with trauma, or heal from something that they never thought that they could heal from. Or if this is you resolving a conflict, maybe these are people who have always thought that they will always be marginalized, or that they'll never really find justice, but somehow you help them create a new life, and that brings a lot of joy into their lives. So whatever it is that you do, I do feel like it not only brings a lot of happiness to you, but it also brings a lot of happiness to the people you're providing the service to. So your finances, we have the 6 of Pentacles, we have the King of Wands, and we have the Strength card. I do feel like initially you would have to show a lot of patience, you would have to show a lot of commitment towards your profession, and once you are properly like established in that field, then you become very savvy. You become this King of Wands who's very almost entrepreneurial, who just knows exactly how to make money and make it in the most fair way possible. I don't think you're duping or cheating anyone. I do feel like you're just very smart at making money. I feel like you are not someone who has all of their eggs in one basket. You would have like multiple different sources of income while being in the same field. So maybe if you're a lawyer, for example, maybe once you are established, you would write a book about some cases that you have fought and what you have learned out of it. So even if you do like one particular thing, I feel like you will find ways to make multiple incomes out of that one skill set that you have, or out of that one field that you have a lot of experience in. With the Six of Pentacles, I do feel like money will come very easily to you. Once it starts flowing in, it is just going to keep flowing in, and you are going to be at a really good financial place where you can probably also do a little bit of charity work. You can also help other people financially. This could be people who depend on you. This could be family or your children or even your parents who depend on you, on your income. I feel like you will have enough and more to go around. And the last card that I have for you guys is Work Through Your Fears, New Moon in Scorpio. So yeah, again, I'm getting very like therapist, counselor vibes in this, you know, just also activist vibes again. I feel like you would be helping a lot of people face their fears, and not just face them, but also deal with them, process them in a very healthy way. Your approach towards solving a problem would be very systematic. If someone came to you with a problem, you'd be like, okay, let me like look at the whole picture, let me break it down, let's see how we can focus on this part being completely okay, and then we'll move on to the next part, and then the next part, and you're gonna look at the problem as a whole. So yeah, that is the reading that I have for you guys, group number 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know in the comments below if it resonated, and also subscribe to my channel for more readings from me, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye guys. Hi group 2, if you chose the green aventurine crystal, then this is going to be your reading. Now starting off with tarot, we have the 8 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands, and these cards basically represent your possible career options. This could be something that you're already doing, but these are just your skill sets. These are abilities that you have, something that you are already aware of, or maybe something that you have a lot of potential with and you just aren't aware of it yet. So something that I see immediately from these 3 cards is that the career that's best suited for you is something that is very creative, that is very groundbreaking, that is something very out of the box. This is something that is not very conventional. You could be a dancer, you could be a graphic designer, an artist of some sort. I feel like this is the kind of work that is very physical, it's very materialistic, you know. You create something that people can touch, that people can experience. So this could be you creating an actual painting, or this could be you creating sculptures, stickers, postcards, all kinds of things. Even if you do it digitally, it's printed out and you sell them. So they're very physical in nature. People can touch it, people can feel it. For very few of you, I was getting dancers as well, but I don't know how you can like touch dance. But I don't know, it is supposed to be something very creative. So maybe just the style of your dance is very creative. It's not something that's ever been seen before, or it's not something that's very common maybe. So that is what I'm seeing here. Just gonna add 2 more cards to give me more details. So we have enchantment and we have magic. So yeah, with magic and enchantment, I do feel like this is something that's very, very unconventional. This is something that you create that is so beautiful to look at. It's almost too like magical that it makes people want to stop and stare at your art. So you know, no matter how busy they are, if you are someone who posts your art on Instagram, you know, if people are scrolling, they actually have to stop scrolling for a while to see your art and to appreciate it. Like, that's how good it is. Is something that I'm getting here. Adding on a few more cards for you to find out your financial situation. You know, what would your finances be like? So we have the 4 of Pentacles, we have the 4 of Swords, and we have the 2 of Cups. Now something that I can see immediately with 2 4 cards is that there is a lot of stability in your career. Finances will be very stable. You will always have a very stable income. You will always have enough money. Money is not really going to be an issue. Something that I can see in the 4 of Swords is just a little bit of advice for you. If you are someone who sort of overworks, or if you are someone who is super passionate about your work, which is something that I can see in the Ace of Wands, I do feel like you're very passionate people. I do feel like you are also the kind of people who get so carried away with working that you don't take enough breaks. So something that's coming up with the Four of Swords is take a break, don't overwork yourself, don't exert yourself. Take breaks, lie down for a while, take days off. If you're tired, just rest, it's okay. With the Two of Cups here, I do feel like destiny plays a really big role in your career. I do feel like you're destined and you're meant to be doing this work. You're meant to be in this line of work. It's also possible with the Two of Cups that you might meet a potential partner or your soulmate, or just a very important person, someone who's going to be very important in your life through your work. I don't know if this is someone that you work with or if this is going to be a client. I don't know. I do feel like most of your work you do on your own, because in all of these cards I just see one person. So I do feel like you don't really work for anyone else. It's kind of just you working on your own. You could also be a writer is something that I'm getting. You possibly write like children's books, or books that deal with magic, or just books in general. I mean, I do feel like books are magical irrespective of their genres. So I do feel like some of you could also be writers. But like I was saying, you could possibly meet a potential soulmate or your partner, your twin flame, the person who you end up with for a very long time through your work as well. The last card that I have for you guys is bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. So something that I'm seeing in this card is that not only are you very passionate towards your work, you also bring a lot of love into what you create, and that shows. I feel like that love reflects in your work. You're so passionate and you love creating so much that it shows in your work, which is probably why it seems so magical, and which is why people feel so enchanted when they look at your work. And this also correlates to what I was saying with you possibly finding your soulmate through work. I do feel like your work, your line of work might bring love into your life. That is the reading that I have for you guys, group number 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know in the comments below if it resonated and what you thought about it, and also subscribe to my channel for more readings from me, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye guys. Hi group 3, if you chose the opalite heart crystal, then this is going to be your reading. Starting off with tarot, we have the Empress, the Magician, and the Page of Cups. Now these 3 cards show me potential career options for you. These are skill sets, these are abilities that you possess, which you are either already aware of, or there is a lot of potential for you to sort of uncover these abilities, and that could help you in your career. So something that I can see immediately for you guys is that your career would be mainly focused on a lot of communication. I feel like you're really good at communicating with people. You're very good at understanding what people are trying to say, even if you've just met them. You kind of have this ability of making people feel very comfortable in talking to you. So for that particular reason, I do feel like, again, this is quite similar to group number 1's energy, so you might want to also watch group number 1. But again, I'm getting a lot of motivational speaker, I'm getting therapist, but with the Magician and the Empress, something else that I'm getting is a stylist or an architect, an interior designer, a teacher even. You could also be maybe an influencer. You could be a content creator either on Instagram, YouTube, you could be on TikTok, just anywhere where you have to express yourself, and your expression inspires people. That is something that I'm getting. I do also feel like some of you could be working in fashion. If this is interior designing or fashion, like if you're a stylist or a designer, I do feel like some of you could also be dealing with like luxury, like the luxury side of things. So maybe like you work in luxury fashion. So I'm gonna add 2 more cards for you guys to get some more information about this. So we have abundance and we have divine feminine. So with these 2 cards here, I do feel like, again, with abundance being right next to the Empress, I do feel like you probably work in like the luxury market, like you target the luxury market, like that's your sort of demographic. Or you deal with people in luxury, you deal with like luxury goods, luxury products, something like that, something to do with like, you know, abundance and like, you know, sort of opulence. And something that I see in divine feminine is that whatever your career is, it may possibly seem as something that is quote unquote feminine, or something that mostly women do, which, I mean, I know it's 2021, at least it is when I'm filming it. I don't know when you're watching this, but as I'm filming this video, it's 2021, and I mean, I do feel like there are no particular professions that come to mind immediately that are only for women or only for men, but I do feel like maybe traditionally these professions were seen as something that only women do, or it could also mean that you work with women, you work with the feminine. With the Page of Cups, something that I saw was therapy, so maybe you work with women and children in therapy, or you know, you work in women's fashion. Now I'm gonna pick out a few more cards that are going to show me your finances, which, I mean, I already feel like you would be quite financially abundant because we do have the Empress and the abundance card right here, but let's see. So we have, of course, the Queen of Pentacles, who is the most abundant of queens in tarot. Then we have the 6 of Cups and we have the 10 of Pentacles, which literally mean abundance. So yeah, I do feel like in terms of your income, you will have a lot of abundance. I do feel like you're very well off. I do feel like your income allows you to live a very luxurious and abundant life. But I do feel like even though you are someone who's capable of making a lot of money, you're not wasteful. I do feel like you're very mindful of how you spend your money. And with the 6 of Cups, I'm getting a message that, again, I got with group number 1 as well, which is that maybe you do a lot of charity work, or maybe you also give you know, monetary or like financial help and aid to people who don't have that. Maybe you invest in smaller businesses, maybe you give money to your friends and family if they ever need it. I do feel like you're not very stingy with your money. I do feel like your income is going to allow you to not just have money for yourself but also for others, so you can spoil not just yourself but also your loved ones. And your last card is look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. So I do feel like whatever your work is, your field of work, it requires a bit of planning and organizing. So if you are someone who is a therapist, and again, this is a message that I got for group number 1 as well, the similarities between these 2 groups today is crazy. But I do feel like, again, if you're a therapist, like I was saying, you know, you look at the bigger picture, you look at what you need to really deal with. If you're a stylist, I think what you're going to do is not just give out advice, not just like, you know, give people a bunch of clothes and be like, this is what you should wear because this is what I'm asking you to wear. I do feel like you would look at the big picture. You would see what kind of life they live, you would see what kind of activities they do, because can you imagine being a stylist for an athlete and like giving them a wardrobe that just has like 99 pairs of heels and 1 pair of sneakers? Like, that's not practical, right? So I do feel like your work requires you to look at a big picture. Even if you are working with interior decorations, you need to look at what an empty house looks like, see and, you know, imagine in your head what it would look like after you have styled it, and then you would get on to actually making purchases, you know, actually buying furniture and like getting the walls painted and stuff like that, right? So I do feel like whatever your career is, it does require you to look at the bigger picture and like deal with everything as and when it comes in a very systematic way. So that is the reading that I have for you guys, group number 3. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this reading. Did it resonate? Did it not resonate? And also subscribe to my channel for more readings from me, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye guys.